Before we begin, take a moment to breathe. Wherever you are, let this be a quiet space, just for you. This is not a guide, not a lesson, just a story of stillness, of sadness, and of slowly finding the way back. If you're here, you're meant to be. Welcome to the peaceful turn. Have you ever felt like you're slowly disappearing from the world? Not because someone forgot you, but because you, little by little, withdrew from laughter, from light, and even from the things that once made your heart tremble. I know that feeling. It's like waking up in the morning and not finding a reason to get out of bed. Like life is still flowing out there, but you're standing still in a quiet, blurry place. I've been there. There were days when I did nothing. Didn't open the door. Didn't turn on the lights. Didn't bother to change clothes. I lay still in bed, like I had melted into the mattress. Every little movement took more energy than I had. I didn't know what to call it. Depression? Exhaustion? Or just a vast, shapeless sadness? All I knew was that it made me feel left behind. If you're in that place right now, please don't think you're weak. You're not. You've just been strong for too long. You've carried more than you realized. And now, your body and mind are saying, I need rest. I need to be heard. I'm telling you this not to make you feel worse, but to let you know that you're not alone. Many people have spent days in bed, just like I did. Not because they were lazy, but because they were quietly trying to find themselves again. I remember one day, when I had just enough energy to lie there staring at the ceiling. Out of nowhere, I heard a bird singing outside my window. The sound was soft but echoed deep inside me, like a gentle knock on my heart. I didn't get up right away. I just turned my head and opened the window. The breeze came in. Sunlight poured through. And I cried. Not because I was sad, but because I felt alive. The next day, I made myself a promise. Just do one thing. Anything. It didn't have to be big. I chose to fold the blanket. That's it. And I did it. No one clapped. But I whispered to myself, I did something today. From that day on, I did one small thing each day. Washed my face. Changed my shirt. Opened the front door. Walked a few steps around the house. Some days, I lay back down. And that was okay. I stopped blaming myself. I learned to be gentle. I stopped saying, I have to, and started saying, I'll try. I started writing. Just a few lines every morning. Sometimes, just, it's raining today. Other times, I feel empty. Writing felt like releasing what was tightly held inside. One day, I wrote, I miss the smell of coffee. So that day, I made a cup of coffee. The aroma brought me back to myself. You see, life doesn't need to start with grand gestures. Sometimes, just opening your eyes, taking a deep breath, or cracking open a window is enough. Every small act is a signal that you're still here. Still willing to come back. And that is incredibly brave. I used to scold myself all the time. I thought, others made it through, why can't I? But I learned something important. Recovery is not a race. Everyone moves at their own pace. There's no shame in going slowly. I also started reconnecting. Not with deep conversations. Just a simple message, hey, how are you today? Or calling a friend to say, I don't have much to say, just wanted to hear your voice. Those tiny exchanges became lifelines back to the world. One morning, I stepped onto the balcony and let the sun shine on my face. No thoughts. Just breathing. Just being. For the first time in days, I truly felt my body. Not as a burden, but as something alive. I sat there for a long time and whispered to myself, I'm still here. If you're lying in bed right now or just came through a day when you wanted to disappear, please try one small thing. Don't pressure yourself to be strong right away. Just be gentle. Open the curtains. Sip a glass of water. write a sentence, or simply listen to your heartbeat. Because you deserve to come back to life. And sometimes, coming back doesn't mean leaping up. It means learning to breathe again. Slowly. But truly. And you are not alone. I'm here. We'll keep going together. Underscore 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 underscore. I still remember the day I actually stepped outside my house after that foggy period. I slipped on an old jacket, put on dusty shoes, and opened the door like I was entering a whole new world. Everything was still there. Trees. Sky. Familiar streets. But something inside me had shifted. Just stepping out felt like climbing a mountain. I didn't go far. Just a walk around the neighborhood. Not fast. Not in a rush. Every step reminded me, I'm choosing to live. Not for anyone else, but for me. And while walking, I began to notice small things I'd missed before. An old man carefully watering his plants. A little girl riding her bike beside her grandfather. A cat napping under the sun. Those tiny moments, so simple, gently warmed my soul. After that first walk, it felt like I'd opened a door inside myself. Not sudden joy, but a lightness. Like I could breathe more deeply. Like my body and mind were starting to talk to each other again. I continued with little things. Rearranging a shelf. Changing the water in a vase. Wiping the kitchen counter. Things I once found tedious now brought unexpected comfort. As I touched familiar objects, as I made the room a little brighter, I felt myself reconnecting with life. No longer adrift. I realized that when the mind is tired, you don't need to think big. Let your hands lead. Small actions open the way for big emotions. When I completed even one simple task, I found myself wanting to do another. Slowly, quietly, motivation returned. A friend once told me, life is like a garden. If we don't tend it, weeds will take over. That sentence used to sound cliché. But now I see its truth. My mind had become an overgrown garden. But every time I cleaned, cooked, or wrote something, I was weeding. Tilling soil. Making space for new life to grow. I started listening to music again. Not upbeat tunes. Just soft piano, the sound of rain, melodies that soothed my heart. Sometimes I cried while listening. But they were cleansing tears. Not hopeless ones. Emotions flowing out as naturally as the breeze. I began caring for my body again. Not intense workouts. Just light stretching. A warm glass of water in the morning. A full night's sleep. I started thanking my body. Thank you for still working, even when I ignored you. Thank you for holding on during the darkest days. When I treated my body kindly, my mind softened too. The inner critic went quiet. I stopped comparing myself to others. And in that quiet, I found myself again, gently, honestly. I began sleeping better. Mornings no longer scared me. I woke up and asked myself one simple question. What's one kind thing I can do for myself today? Maybe a cup of tea. Maybe a song. Maybe a cheerful message to someone I love. Small things, but they felt real. There was no miracle. No dramatic transformation. Just one small act at a time. One breath. One choice to smile. And maybe you're on this journey too. If today you only managed one simple thing, I want you to know, you've done well. Please keep going. I'm here with you. I remember clearly the first time I truly felt alive again. Not just existing, but living. One afternoon, I randomly watched a short video of a dog jumping into a puddle, only to panic when it realized it couldn't swim. Silly, right? but I laughed until tears came. Real laughter. Deep from the chest. And with that laugh, something heavy lifted. From that day, I started rediscovering tiny joys. Not big achievements. Just simple moments. Watching the sunset. Brewing tea. Rereading a favorite page from an old book. These joys were sparks, gently reigniting my inner light. I picked up my old guitar. My fingers were stiff. Notes sounded clumsy. But I strummed a few chords. And I smiled. Not because I played well, but because I was reconnecting with a part of me I had forgotten. I realized I didn't need to become who I used to be. I could be someone new. Softer. Wiser. More at peace. Coming back to life isn't about going back. It's about moving forward with everything you've been through. I began writing letters. To my younger self. To loved ones who've passed. To people who hurt me. I didn't send them. I just wrote. And each letter lightened my heart. Each word became a quiet forgiveness. I called family more. Not to say anything deep. Just, "Mom, have you eaten?" Or, "It's raining here today." Those little conversations reconnected me to life. Every call pulled me closer to the world. I started feeling grateful. Grateful to still be here. Grateful that I didn't give up, even when no one was pushing me. Grateful that I chose to care for myself again. And I began saying something simple to myself every morning and night. I'm proud of you. For still being here. For still trying. Maybe you're at the beginning of your journey. Maybe you're not ready to step outside yet. That's okay. Just wanting a better tomorrow is already progress. If today you only manage to do one small thing, open a window, drink some water, listen to a calming song, then celebrate that. It's not small. It's a victory. I don't know your name. I don't know your age or where you live. But I know this, you deserve a life that feels whole, kind, and warm. You don't have to be like anyone else. You only need to be the gentlest version of yourself. If you've read this far, hold this truth close. You are not alone. I'm here. We may be slow. We may feel broken. We may still be healing. But we are alive. Truly alive. If these words touched something in you, please leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're still moving forward. And if you'd like to walk this path together, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's build a place for hearts that are learning to come back to life. Wishing you a gentle day. And if you can, smile today. Because you deserve it. Truly.